Welcome everybody to the private interview.
Welcome.
This is as you've watched my videos before, this is my friend Riley.
What's up, YouTube?
He's the one
And
that,
subscribers.
yeah, he's the one that created these questions. So he's going to read them off to me, and I'm going to answer them to the best I can. It's an interview, but it's kind of also like a Q&A, but like, just some, like, I guess, personal things. I don't know. So, yeah, we agreed to do it, and here we go. So Riley's going to read the first question.
Alright. When did your depression start?
Let's
see. Like that?
Yeah. So, say the question one more time.
Alright. When did your depression start?
I can just hold it, I think.
Okay.
That's a good question. So, like, to be honest, because I'm going to be honest in every one of these questions.
That's to get to know you better, too.
Yeah, for sure. So, when did my depression start? So, I've kind of always had depression, but I guess when it started to, like, get really big, or, like, when I realized I kind of had it, was, like, the second half of my senior year of high school. Like, I was, like, all getting focused on, like, graduating and, like, what I'm going to do after graduation. And
that's always tough.
That always gets at least some people. Like, you know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, that's when it started. And then, like, of course, I went on a mission, but I didn't go right away. Like, right after I graduated, like a lot of people do. So, like,
I had a lot of pressure there.
Yeah, and, like, high school, like, a lot of times in high school, you see a lot of people, like, how do I say this? You see a lot of people that date other people, and I kind of realized, like, I wasn't really doing that, so I was kind of comparing myself to other people,
which is
especially my senior year of high school.
Faith or joy.
Yeah, especially my senior year of high school, and especially the second half of it, and then it led on after I graduated for like a couple years, and then I decided I was going to go on a mission, and it was better on my mission. Like, of course, I was still depressed on my mission because I was away from my family and, like, Riley and, like, all my friends here, and then like, it got better, and then when I came home, I was still fine, like, my mission, and then it just, like, came back. Like, I don't think it ever went away, but I think, like, when you're doing the Lord's work, like,
and you're focused on
it's that. Like, when you're focused on something, that's what helps. But yeah, that's when my depression mainly started, is like my second half of my senior year of high school, to answer the question. So, all right, let's move on.
What's the hardest thing about your depression?
That's a deep question.
It's pretty deep.
The hardest thing about my depression, how do I explain this? Hardest thing, probably, like, if you understand, like, probably, like, being lonely, like, because a lot of times, especially recently, I find myself, like, every day is, like, the same thing over and over. Like, it's like a rerun of the day before, like...
like Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Yeah, but, like, it's, like, a rerun of the day before. I don't know, like, probably the hardest, like, being lonely, and then probably, like, because you want to be with people, but I say, like, the hardest thing, if I can explain it right, is when I feel like, when you don't want to do anything with me, and then I feel like I'm not needed, and I feel like my life has no meaning, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know where I'm going. Like,
I'm sorry if I ever said that.
No, not you're fine. Like it makes sense. Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I'm trying to get to with that. But I'd say that's probably the hardest part of my depression, and probably, like, it never goes away. like, I don't know, like, there's stuff that you can do to make it, like, not on your mind, like, sports or, like, I don't know, even, like, going on dates, I don't know,
Yeah.
like, you know, or watching a movie,
Right.
like, but when you're, like, when you're home alone, like, in your room, like, you're just and you're looking at, like, other people's pictures on Instagram or, like,
Yeah.
and saying, oh, look how fun they're having, and then look at my life, like, I'm not really doing anything, like,
See, that's where comparison kills you.
yeah,
It really is a
like,
thief for joy.
yeah, so, yeah, that's probably the hardest thing about my depression, like, I could probably add more, but I can't think of everything right now, because my mind's like 100 miles an hour, but, alright.
Alrighty, third question. Why don't you think girls like you?
That's another good one. Why don't I think girls like me? Oh.
I mean, you go on so many dates.
Yeah. I do go on a lot of dates. I don't know. Like, I probably can't explain this the best, but I'll try my best. 100% honesty.
Real
I think some of it has to do with, like, how much time and how much stuff you post on social media, and, like, I don't know, I think that has to do with some of it. And then I think because a lot of girls, they might, because like you said, I go on a lot of dates.
Yeah.
A lot of girls might think, oh, he's just going on a whole bunch of dates with different girls because he's trying to get someone, like, he's very, very needy, like, I just went on a date last night, and it was a great date, but she lives up north, and she was just visiting for the 3-day weekend, and I knew her a little bit. She went to Dixie High School, but she was just visiting for the weekend. I'm not going to say name, but, yeah, it was great, and, like, I don't know. I just feel like girls, like, sometimes, like, I feel I'm unattractive, too, like, you got to think positive about yourself, but a lot of times that's hard when, like, I don't know, and I did a poll last night too. I don't know if I should say this, but I said, like, what did I say? I said, do any of you have a crush on me? And, like, no, there was like 30 people that replied, and no girl said they had a crush on me. Like, there were 2 people that said they did, and they were both guys, but they're both friends.
Yeah.
They're just trying to be funny, I think, or just.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, but. But I don't know, just stuff like that just makes me feel like I'm not worth, like, dating, and, like.
It's not true, but.
Yeah, maybe that's the hardest thing about dating. I don't know, and, like, people, hardest thing, or I don't know. Yeah, that's probably the reason why I think girls don't like me. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay.
Alright, fourth question. What's been the hardest thing coming home from your mission?
Hardest thing coming home from my mission? Pressure, I think.
Yeah. I can see that.
Because so many people, like, especially on the mission, so many people are like, yeah, what are your plans when you get home? Like, what are you going to go to school for? Blah, blah, blah. And then your family's, like, messaging you, like right before you're about to come home, like, all right, we have all this plan set for you. You're going to go to school. You're going to find a job as quick as you can. And all my companions on my mission, like, all of them are like, you're going to get married within the first 6 months when you get home. Like, they put all this pressure on you. And then, like, I get home and, like,
turns out to be the opposite.
Yeah, it's the opposite. Like, when you get home, you expect all these high expectations, and, like, you expect to achieve everything. You expect to get a girlfriend right off the bat. You expect to have, like, enough money to survive. Mine's been, like, the exact opposite. I'm gonna be real. Like, I haven't had a job yet since I've been home, but I'm finally getting one this week, which is exciting.
Yeah,
starting tomorrow night. But I don't know, like, so many people put pressure on you, and that's probably the hardest thing about me coming home, is not living up to those expectations and, like, seeing, like, a lot of my failures. That's probably been the hardest thing.
I bet. Alright. Fifth question. How come you're still sad after you do the things you're supposed to do? like say prayers, read scriptures, go to church, etc.?
That's another good question. Why is it hard? Or why is it still hard? Can you say that again? Like,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
How come you're still sad after you do the things you're supposed to do? Like say your prayers, read scriptures, go to church, etc.
Why am I still sad after I do everything I'm supposed to? Probably. I don't know. Like, it comes back to the depression question again. Like, a lot of times when I'm like reading my scriptures, or saying my prayers, or even like at church, like, I'm there and it's great being there, but like in your mind you're not thinking straight, and like you're still like in your mind like comparing yourself to other people, and like you always see like all these miracles like in the scriptures and stuff, like Alma the Younger and all that, and you're thinking like this could never happen to me, like look at my life, like look at the way I'm living, like, and then I don't.
But you're living like the best you could possibly live.
Right. Like, like,
but it's tough. I know how it is.
like, I don't know. Like, just because, like, everyone always says, like, oh, to live life, you gotta, like, to do all the little things, like, read your scriptures, go to church, say your prayers, like, and life will be fine. Like, you hear that over and over again, but, like, I guess it also comes down to, like, how am I saying my prayers? Like, am I just repeating myself every day, like similar prayers, or am I like switching it up? Because like I've noticed I'm more sad when I like just say routine prayers, like, oh, I just gotta check this off because I gotta do it, and like your attitude doesn't really change, if that makes sense.
Repetition.
Yeah, and then like when you're reading the scriptures, like you're just following along, but like you're not really getting anything out of it. You're just doing it to check off the box.
Right.
And like going to church, like a lot of the time.
One thing I can say that helps with scripture study is doing a saying a prayer before you read it.
That's what I do usually. Like on the mission, you had a set schedule, and like in the mornings, like I'm doing a similar schedule to like online area book on the mission, where you set your day, and like 7 a.m. to 8, I do scripture study. And like right when I wake up before my scripture study, I say a morning prayer, like please bless, like I can feel the Spirit during my scripture study, but like,
right.
Am I really like saying? Am I really wanting that, or am I just saying it? Like, words are always easier than actions.
Right.
So like, I don't know. That's probably why, if that makes sense, to answer that question.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, why? Oh,
no lie.
Sorry about that.
Technical difficulties.
There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. But and then also another thing about going to church, like a lot of times why I go to church, and probably a lot of you guys, why you guys like to going to church, is just for the social environment, like the people around you, the friends. Oh, I want to go to church so I can impress this girl the way I look. Or like, I don't know, like that has a lot to do with it. And like when like no girl comes up to you and like anything like that, that just, I don't know, then the depression sinks back into my brain again, and like, man, what is wrong with... There we go.
There you go.
Sorry about that.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, but hopefully you're still watching this video, this interview.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why. I think that's why I answer that question.
Okay. What makes you feel the most depressed?
I'd probably say girls make me the most depressed. That's probably at least over half my depression is because of girls. Like what I like.
Girls are complicated.
Yeah. Well, guys are too. Like.
Yeah.
There's both, but
There's both ways.
I'd probably say girls. Over half of my reason why I'm sad a lot is because girls, like for example, like I'll go to a fireside, or I'll go like somewhere, and then when like I expect, like going into it, I expect like, okay, I'm gonna go in tonight, I'm gonna get I'm gonna have a great conversation with a girl, and then I'm gonna get her number, and then it's gonna be great. And then I get there, and like I freeze, I sit down by myself, and then like I don't live up to those expectations. Then I come home all frustrated and depressed, and like gosh, if I just would have done that, like it's so much easier said than done. Like
Yeah.
you can say anything you want and you think you can live up to it, but like a lot of stuff it's harder than it looks. So that's probably the main reason what gets me depressed. If I think that was the question. But
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
Or-
Number
yeah.
7. Why do you post personal things about your life and stuff on social media?
That's another good question. Why do I post personal things about my life on social media? I don't know.
I noticed to do that. Quite a bit.
Yeah. Like it
But
comes.
people get to know you that way too.
Yeah, it comes down to like again the lonely thing. Like the reason why I do that a lot, and I know a lot of you notice that. All of you notice that. The reason why I do that, it's because it comes down to my depression again, my thoughts. Like a lot of times I have no one to hang out with. So I'm like the only reason I get my voice heard is if I say what I'm feeling right now on social media, because like that's the only reason I can get heard or noticed or something. And like because I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, like I'm here, I'm so bored, like no one like no one wants to do anything, and then you got to express your feeling, my depression kicks in really bad, and then I'm like, okay, I got to post this and let people know about this and see if like anything happens from that or anything, or if that, I don't know, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Makes sense.
Like it's, but I do that a lot. I know I need to stop doing that, but like I don't know, like
It's being real.
do you guys know I'm not afraid of, a lot of people are afraid sharing their personal life, and I get that, but I'm not afraid of being like bold, like, or like
Real.
I don't real, yeah, because yeah, sometimes you
Yeah,
just got to
real
get out. Sometimes you just got to get out there. Like I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
All right, question number 8. Do you really regret things you posted on social media?
It's like a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Yes, I do regret posting like negative stuff or stuff on social media. Like in the moment, I'm like all fired up. I'm like, yes, like I finally got that out of there, how I'm feeling. Yes. But then like a few days go by or like a week goes by, and then I see that post and I feel embarrassed about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I actually posted that. Like I'm going to delete that right now. Like it's just in the moment thing, like
Yeah.
kind of like what I said earlier, like I don't know, like I know I need to stop doing that, and it's like, why are you gonna post that if you're gonna delete it later? Like come on, like
It's like tattoos. You're gonna get
Yeah,
them, and then you're
yeah,
gonna
but-
regret it.
yeah, you guys know how I feel. I'm sure there's stuff that you guys have done when you're like depressed or something, and you do it in the moment, and then you look back later and like, wow, did I do that? Like, of course, I regret a lot of stuff I post on social media. Like, I don't mean it a lot, but like when I'm in the moment, like that's what gets me, and then my depression kicks in.
Yeah. All right. Question number 9. How come you feel lonely?
I kind of answered this earlier, but like, how come I feel lonely? Because my depression, like, I have these thoughts, and those thoughts come from Satan. Like, oh, you're never gonna become this person, and then I believe those thoughts, and then like, I just stay in my room and like do really nothing. But like I said earlier, like when I feel like when you don't want to do anything with me, I feel like you don't need me, and then my life has no meaning. So I don't know, like I don't know, and like I like being with my family a lot. Like I love my family dearly, but like sometimes you're with them too much, and you're like, okay, like I need to do something else with my life, but there's nothing else I can do. Like, it's like, especially when you don't have too many friends, a lot of people in town, because like a lot of my friends in high school like are either married now, or like they moved away, or like are in a different school. So I don't know if that really answers the question. I don't know.
Yeah, I answered it. All right. Question number 10. Do you wish you could redo high school again in your life? That's deep.
Do I wish I could redo high school again and my life? Yes, of course. I think a lot of people wish they could redo their life again or like high school. Unless you're super happy, then you don't. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I especially wish I could redo high school again because I feel like in high school, like I enjoyed high school. I loved it, but like I feel like I could have been a part of like more clubs or like more. I don't know, just becoming more friends with people. And I was like super shy in high school. Like for those of you that know me, like personally, like outside of social media, you know I'm a super super shy person. So I wish I could like redo high school and like be more talkative and like be more out there, like and run for like student body president and all that stuff. I wish I could do that stuff, but
Yeah.
oh well. Like I still loved high school, but like I wish I could just do that again.
All right. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I want to say for that.
All right. Number 11. Has your depression got serious enough that you wanted to end your life?
Ooh,
Dang.
that's deep.
That is deep.
Um, has my depression gotten serious enough that I wanted to end my life? No. I mean, I have like had some thoughts. I'm sure like a lot of people that have depression have at least some like a thought like what would it be like if like I ended my life? Like how would that feel like
Like
what
a family full of
yeah, but like
friends.
yeah, but like would all my like would all of my how do I say it? Will all of my depression be gone if I do that? Or like will all of my like bad feelings be gone if I do that? Like I'll just rest up in heaven waiting, but it's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna do it, but like it's never gotten that serious.
Alright, that's
Like
good.
so I don't. Yeah, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. Do you like going to dances? And I think, okay, before you answer this question, the reason why I don't like really going to dances is they're like a popularity contest. And it's like you're always gonna find yourself like lonely by yourself because everyone's like, oh, this guy's cool, this, and they're all doing their own thing, but because they have their friends with them.
Mm-hmm.
If I came, I'd probably be a lot better.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like I need to come to more with you. I mean, make it a lot more fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I think about dances. Anyways, that's
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Do I like dances? Yes and no. Like again, you go just like I said earlier, you go to a dance having all these high expectations. You're like, first of all, I think a dance is one of the easiest ways, probably is the easiest way to get a girl's number in public. It probably is. Because when you dance with them, because when you dance with a girl at a dance, you're supposed to have a great conversation. And then once the conversation's over, which is at least a 2-3 minute conversation, however long the song is, and then it's a long enough conversation that you can ask for her number, and she usually will say yes. But a lot of times you freeze and you get insecure and all that stuff, and it's way harder like dancing with girls when you go to dances alone. I think
right. It's a popularity contest.
yeah, it's a popularity contest, and then you see all these other good-looking guys that girls like, and you're like, oh, I have no chance with this girl because they probably think this guy is attractive, blah blah blah. But and then a reason why I hate dances is because whenever like I go to a dance expecting to get like 5 numbers or something, just throwing out there, just being honest, and then I come home with 0, and then my depression kicks in really bad. I go in my room and then just I can't think of anything else except like why didn't I get a girl's number, and then I feel so bad on myself. But like it like but now there's a dance this Friday, but I'm not going because my job is at 9 p.m. to midnight, Mondays through Fridays, and every state dance is on a Friday in the singles ward. So I'm not going to be going to dances as long as I have this job because my job is an evening job, 9 to 12, 3 hours, and it's going to miss like the whole dance. So yeah, I guess I won't have to worry about dances for a while, which I guess is a good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess.
All right. What's the hardest thing about being alone?
hardest thing about being alone, I think I kind of already answered this a couple times, but like I said a couple times, um, like when you when you like cancel plans with me for someone else, or like um, when you feel like you're fine without me, like I feel like my life like has no meaning when I don't hang out. Like I don't know. I've already kind of answered this question,
Yeah.
but yeah, if that makes sense.
All right. What's the first thing you would do with your future girlfriend?
That's not really a
All
okay. What's the first thing I would do with my future girlfriend? Give her a priesthood blessing.
right.
I think that would be the first thing I'd do. Because then she knows that, oh, he puts God first in our relationship. Like, that's great. And then, like, I don't know, like, that's probably the first thing I'd do.
All right.
My future girlfriend or wife, I don't know.
Okay. Is life harder now or before your mission?
Now. It's harder now because, like, now you need to start surviving on your own. Like, before my mission, like it was hard, but it wasn't, like, that hard because, like,
you got dependence.
yeah.
Depend on it.
Yeah. And, like, now, like, you have to go to school. You have to have enough money to live on your own, and I have a long way to go to that.
Yeah.
Like, you got to get married. You have to, yeah. But like, I don't know.
It all comes in.
I think my life's a little harder now than, and life is supposed to get harder, right? That's why we're down here to pass this test.
Yeah.
I don't know
Right.
if that makes sense. Welcome to the adult life.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll say though.
Like with me, like not having a job, I mean it kind of sucks, but at the same time, like not having money, so I can't really do a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't know, that doesn't really bring me down that a lot. But
Yeah.
I think I'm becoming too dependent on my family.
Mhm.
That's like my weakness.
Mhm.
I need to like branch off a little bit and be more. But a lot of it, I don't know if I told you this. I probably never told you this before. But I'm on the autism spectrum,
Oh.
so I have Asperger's.
Oh.
So it makes
I think
that,
he did told me in like high school. I don't know.
Did I tell you?
That's been I don't know.
Anyway, so that I mean, you don't. If you have Asperger's, you know too. But it makes it harder to live on your own, and it makes like there's a lot of barriers to it. And not that it's like you can't do it at all, because there's people like with Asperger's that
Right.
live their own life and have their own place. They're doing their own things. But it's like, I don't know, just the little things, like going to the store, like, are you gonna, like, what are you gonna buy? Or, like, you buy all the not healthy food when you should be buying the healthy food.
Yeah.
And then stuff like that. And, like, getting the house, or, like, I don't know, like, there's a lot of things. And I also, I keep to myself a lot, too, probably like you.
Yeah.
Where, I just lost the train of thought. Like, what am I trying to say?
Sorry about that.
Okay. Technical difficulties. Anyways, so like when I was saying, I know what I want to say, but I can't think of it. What was I saying before? I was saying, makes it hard. Oh, being by myself, or keeping myself. Where I don't do a lot of social stuff. I keep to my own self. And that kind of hinders me a little bit. I mean, I got lucky enough to have a girlfriend without,
Yeah.
like doing a lot of social stuff. But I'm probably the worst at that. Like any social thing that comes up, I always stay to myself and I'd stay home. But I don't know why I should get out more and put myself out there more. But I'm like the worst at that.
Yeah.
But anyways, anyone that has Asperger's, you know how it is. But it's just the way life goes at you. One way or another, just a different way to think, a different way to process.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Back to you.
I think we're on the next question. Wait, what was that question?
Now or before your mission?
Oh, yeah, I already answered that.
Do you want to have lots of friends? Of course, everybody does.
Yeah, I want to have lots of friends. But, like, about this question, like, I don't want to have a whole bunch of friends. I'm, like, a celebrity. Like, I don't want to have, like, overbearing friends that, like, won't leave me alone. Like, I don't want to be like that. But, like, of course, everyone wants to have a lot of friends. Yeah, I want to have a lot of friends. Like if this person can't do something, I want to ask this person to do something, and usually the second person will say yes. Like, of course, everyone wants to have friends. That's an easy question. I don't really have to go along with that. Like,
yeah. Okay. Question number 17. You're crazy you already made it this far. What makes you mad about dating?
makes me mad about dating. I don't like the dating games. Like, I hate, the texting games. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm like. When am I supposed to text this girl? Like, she just responded. Should I text her, like, right now, or should I wait, like, a day or two later? Like, I hate those games. Like,
Yeah.
you can make up your own mind when you want to text her. Like, I don't like it when girls take forever to text. Like,
They read it and they don't reply.
yeah, or when they read it and they don't reply. Like, if you're not in, like, and if you go on a date and you're not interested and it shows that you're not interested, just tell me, like, in the text, like, right, like, on the date, like, just say you're not interested. Don't just leave me hanging. Like, just say that you're not, like, just say, like, you seem like a really nice guy, but to be honest, I'm not interested. Like, because I'm gonna keep messaging you, thinking that you're still interested. And in your mind, you're thinking, oh, why is he messaging? Like, you can just let me know. Like, but the worst part about dating, and then another part about dating is, like, when you have a plan with a girl, like, on Thursday or something, and then she texts you the day of and cancels it, and doesn't really cancel it. She just changes the date for a different guy to go out with. Like, that's not good. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Everyone has their different opinion about dating. I don't even know if that really made sense, but, like,
I think it made sense.
okay.
Alright, question 18. Is it one or how? Right here. Or is that 18?
That's the last. That just means the last question.
Oh, okay. How come you feel your ward doesn't like you?
How come I feel my ward doesn't like me? Right when I came home, I was still in the Pineview YSA ward, and then, like, I had some good connections in that. I knew some people from high school, and then I moved to the ward called the Morningside ward, and, like, I've been in the ward since October, so it's been, like 3 months, 4 months now that I've been in this ward, and, like, there's only, during the whole 4 months, there's only been, like, 2 people that have come up to me and, like, introduced themselves to me. Like, no one doesn't even know I'm there.
My
like,
ward's a lot better that way.
They're a lot, like, welcome.
Yeah.
Okay. So is the Pineview ward before the YC. Like, this is the first ward that I've ever been to that I've never felt welcome. Like, we're supposed to be disciples of Jesus Christ. Like, if Christ was at church, would he make you feel welcome? Of course, he would probably make you feel welcome.
Yeah.
Of course, the bishopric a lot makes me feel welcome, but, like, no one I have, like, no friends in the ward. Like, and then every week, like, every activity, like, FHE and, like, all that stuff, like, I'm always by myself. I try to make friends, but, like, everyone has their cliques in the ward, and, like, I just feel like I'm not part of their clique. So, yeah, or I'll leave an activity home early. I don't know to answer the question, but that's kind of why.
Alright.
And then, like, another thing to end, like, I'm really an patient person. Like I need to work on patience. Like everything I want it now. Like I want a girlfriend now. If I had a girlfriend, my life would be so much better. My depression would be gone, which is not true, but
Yeah.
it would be better. But like
Yeah.
it would be like, you know what I mean? Or like I want this sports jersey now. I need to get it now. Or like
Yeah.
I want my team to win the championship now. I want the Titans to win it now. I don't want to wait 20 years. Like, you know what I'm like? I'm so bad with like that's one Christ-like attribute I need to work on is patience for sure. Like,
Yeah.
and that's another thing that I always post. Going back to one of the questions, I always post like negative stuff on or like deep stuff on social media, just because like I want things now. Like I can't like hold in my emotion. Like I need to let like I don't know like, or I want this nice car now. Like I just need to work on. If I work on patience, I bet it would be better. But like, of course, it's in the Lord's timing. It's not when you try things. What I've learned, when you try things in your own timing, it's 9 times out of 10 it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
So like, you just have to wait. But yeah, this video has been about 36 minutes. So. It's going to take forever to upload, so you guys are going to have to wait a little bit. Hopefully you've watched it until then. I hope you guys liked it, this interview, this deep conversation about depression and stuff. But yeah, I hope that answered a lot of your questions too, like why I don't know, why I do this, but yeah.
Why you are the way you
Yeah,
are.
why I am the way I am. But I am a positive person though, like I didn't choose to have, well, maybe I didn't choose to have depression. Like no one wants depression. No one does.
And what I think though, like, I think we did sign up in the premortal world, what we were gonna experience in life.
Yeah, I do too.
And that's maybe what you signed up for in the premortal realm.
Yeah, I might have signed up in the premortal world. Like I want depression. This seems like an easy thing to get through. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I'm sure we did, but we just don't remember it. So yeah, but if this is the main trial I'm gonna have in my life, like looking at other people's trials, that's not even that big of a trial. Like, well, I mean, it is big, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, depression can lead to like suicide and all that, but like, it's not as big, you know, like people in Africa are like starving, or like people in
Yeah.
China dying from this sickness or whatever this,
Coronavirus.
yeah, whatever this is. It's spreading in the U.S. It's kind of scary, but make sure you
Yeah.
wash your hands everywhere, every time you are by a sink. I'm kind of nervous about my new job because I'm gonna be working right by the hospital with all those old people. Like, I need to wash my hands definitely, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, just becoming better at patience.
All right.
Anything else you want to end with the video? It's been long. It's almost.
Just want to say, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Probably do more later on. I don't know what Connor's timeline is like.
No, I'll do more. Like, don't. I said last night in my video, it was again in the moment thing. Now when I look back at it, I'm like, why did I even do that? I said last night, I said, this is going to be my last video for a while on this channel because I have another YouTube channel that I want to focus on, which it is a nice channel. If you haven't subscribed to that channel, please subscribe.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like this is not the end of this channel. I'm still going to be uploading at least a few videos a week. Like I'm going to delete that video last night as soon as I get home. So, but yeah, I think this video has helped me. I don't know if it's helped you, but like,
Help me get to know
helps
you a
me
little
just,
better.
yeah, and like just get out there, like let all the pressure go and just
Talk about it.
like I love being yourself. Like those are the best dates, is being like when you can be yourself. I don't know how I got back to dating, but when you two can, I'm just rambling right now. So if you want to exit the video, feel free. It's been long enough. It's been 39 minutes. But when you and the girl can do whatever the heck you want and like you feel comfortable with it, and like in a conversation, I've had a couple of those dates. That's like the best feeling ever. One of the best feelings ever when you can do that. But like, I don't know. We need to end this video. It's going to take me like an hour to upload it, and people want to watch it right now. So
Yeah.
hope you guys liked it. Like this video.
Turn on post notifications.
Turn on post notifications if you want to see more videos. And yeah, hope you guys have a great night. Bye bye.